welcome back to Molo in the City podcast. I am your host, Monsieur L'Oreal, aka Molo. Of course, we are your hub for all things fashion, music, art, and entertainment. Keep you up on all the people you need to know and things you need to know in and around the city. Now, today it is definitely ladies' night. I am so excited to introduce you guys to some very dope women today, including Aakofii, who is an amazing celebrity designer, singer, songwriter, philanthropist, my girl, a Molo in the City veteran, Casme. She's back on the scene today, as well as a lady named Pearl, who is an amazing entrepreneur as well as model, among other things. So we're going to get into that just a little bit later, but first I got to catch you up on all the things that's happened this week in entertainment, starting with my favorite, Drake. Because as you guys know, I am a big Drake fan. He just dropped some new music this past week on his OVO radio station. 3 new tracks, including one with our boy, Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is not playing with y'all. He ain't been out a week yet. He's about to drop a whole album, all right? So they dropped out some dope music. You guys be sure to go ahead and check that out. Also in new music, our boy from Atlanta, Mike Will Made It, just dropped a dope track with one of my favorites, Rihanna. Nothing is Promised is a new track they dropped. Rihanna's like slick rapping on this, so I really, really like it. It's gonna be a nice little summer anthem. He's dropping a whole project this summer called Ransom 2. So you guys be looking out for that. Mr. Mike Will Made It doing big things. Now, finally, in sports news, as you guys know, we lost one of our greats this past week, Muhammad Ali. Not only is he one of the world's most recognized athletes, but he's also everything. He's just such a well-known guy, and he's done so many major things in the community. Now, of course, everybody's doing their own appreciation of him, including his daughter, who posted an amazing picture of him and her baby girl on her Instagram. But Sports Illustrated is also going to make him on the front page of their issue for the 40th time, which makes him the second most publicized on Sports Illustrated since Jordan. So, big artist doing big things. We love you. Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. All right? So that's all the news this week on Molo in the City. We'll be right back. Welcome back, city people. Molo in the City podcast. I am sitting here with another Renaissance woman, speaker, model, performing artist. You do everything. Professor. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing well. How are you, Molo?
I'm doing good, girl.
Awesome.
This is a lady named Pearl. If you guys have been in Atlanta any amount of time, you've seen this woman everywhere. In fact, I first saw you when you were performing. I think we was at Miss Casme's basketball game, and you were up there rapping.
Yes, girl. You know, I have a lot of secret weapons that I use to get my message out to the people, and rapping is one of them.
How do you balance that, though? When you do so many different things, you know what I'm saying? And they're not necessarily cohesive, like professor, performing artist. Like, these things are not necessarily something that goes together. So how do you balance doing all those different hats?
I think the balance is, and they actually do go together, because the message is leadership. The message is to be the best that you can be. And when I'm rapping, I'm talking to young women. I'm talking to young women and telling them that you're unstoppable, that you can dominate whatever it is that you want to dominate. When I have the Leadership Academy, I'm telling them the same thing. I'm a professor at Clark Atlanta University, and I teach leadership, so I'm telling them the same thing. So the message is the same thing. It's just I've been blessed to deliver it in many different facets.
Definitely. You did so many things. You toured for, what was it, Ebony Fair? You've been all over the U.S. You've been over Canada, the Caribbean. Especially, you're just such a statuesque woman. Anyway, as a model, some people are just striking when you see them. You are a striking person. I feel like your unique look in the way you carry yourself has allowed you to do a lot of different things around the city. So how have you made your staple in a city that's saturated with models? Like, how have you been able to set yourself apart?
That's a great question. And first, let me give a shout out to Ebony Fashion Fair, because that was an awesome experience. Ebony Fashion Fair has had a 51-year legacy of models, and at times, you know, we just had our 2-year anniversary, and I met women that were in their 70s that modeled for Ebony Fashion Fair when it first came out in 1959, and they were talking about segregation and how they couldn't stay in certain hotels, how they couldn't eat in certain restaurants. And you know, as a model, you have to keep a certain frame. So imagine, she was like, girl, we had to fry chicken and have the chicken on the bus. You get what I'm saying? So I feel very honored to be part of that legacy. How do I separate myself from other models? One thing is, when people come to my academy, a lot of them think that they're just going to model. But the thing that's different about me is I have an MBA. I'm a professor, so it's not just a pretty face for me, and not to say that models are just a pretty face, because there's plenty of examples of Tyra Banks, Kathy Ireland, that own billion-dollar empires.
Yeah.
So I'm that type of model that want to empower other models to think business.
Right.
So don't just be the product, own the product.
See, and I want to talk about
Don't
that because
just
you
model
teach
the
business.
product, learn how to create a product.
Yeah.
So that you're not just the talent, but you're also the entrepreneur and you're the CEO as well.
Definitely. And I was thinking about that because you said you're a professional business. I'm like, that definitely gives somebody a one-up, because I think a lot of times in the entertainment industry, period, a lot of people get tripped up and they get caught in these bad situations because we don't take the time to understand the actual business. We look at all the glitz and glamour, but we don't take the time to understand the infrastructure of doing the entertainment industry.
Right. And when you understand the infrastructure, and when you learn different facets of how everything works, it empowers you more, and you have more longevity, because in the modeling world, typically 25, 26, you cap out in terms of having a full-time career. Now you can still do catalog work, you can still do different things, but I think as people, no matter what position you're in, you should continue to evolve. If you started as the talent, learn other areas so that you can grow. Don't just stay in one pocket and think that the world is going to revolve around you, because things move, time move, and no one's going to wait for you. So you have to always be a step ahead learning.
Definitely.
Formal education is cool, but you don't necessarily have to sit in the classroom in order to,
See, that's kind of big right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of debates right now because everybody, we've always expounded on the importance of going to school and things like that, and it still is dope.
It is dope to go to school.
But we've also come to the realization too that nowadays, like, you don't have to do that. If you fit into that mold, you still, or not mold, that's not the right thing to say. But if you want to do that, there's no problem with that. But you don't have to feel obligated. There are ways that you can learn worldly, like you said, traveling. Sometimes you get more experience traveling, more knowledge traveling than you do just being in a book, being in a school, things like that. So you have to kind of find your own lane.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is you go to school, but use something to complement that, because in school you're not really you're not putting it into action. You're sitting into a classroom. And, I tell my students, you don't have to wait till you graduate from college to start a business. Start a business now.
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14 years old, whatever it is that you're naturally gifted at. Start that now. So when you get in college, you're the one, on the campus servicing everybody. You get what I'm saying? And you're not having to pay back all these loans that we're going through right now, or whatever it may be. So you're never too young to be an entrepreneur.
Y'all heard the lady. Cultivate your craft early, and your team needs to reflect your dream. You understand that? Thank you so much for coming through, Miss
Thank you, Molo. Love it. You're awesome.
Listen, you better let me know the next show you get.
Okay.
If you need a host or whatever.
Okay, I got you. Okay, awesome. Love it.
We'll be right back with my Molo in the city. What's good, city people? Welcome back to Molo in the City podcast. I am so excited to be sitting here with celebrity designer, Miss Aakofii. How are you?
I am good.
Honey, listen. So I feel so special right now because if y'all see this nice little thing I got on right now, this is an Aakofii design right here. What is this? What inspires you to do these vests? Because these are just so sexy. You got on one here. I love these shingles. Like, what inspired you to do these designs?
I think women are supposed to look sexy when they walk out of the house, and there's nothing sexier than leather.
The shingles. So what do you do other than these? You actually do jewelry, you told me.
Yeah, I've been a jeweler for 12 years, and I got a contract with a department store, and after that I was burned out. I'm doing the leather.
Really? You got burned out how?
I just didn't want to see any more metal. Like, the order was so big, I just didn't want to make jewelry anymore.
Really? Well, see, that's interesting because you have a background in dealing with metal. What did you do before you got into designing?
I went to school to be an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
That's a really unique
I needed
career
to be an artist.
choice.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if like you said, you've done things that are in department stores and boutiques and different places. Like, if somebody needed you to do a certain thing, like, how important is it for you to maintain your creativity? Like, would you turn something down if they wanted you to go a certain way with your jewelry or a certain way with your clothes? Like,
well, my rule is this. If you ask me to make you something, I will give you 10% input. Size, color, family.
Yeah.
Not color, family.
Yeah.
And that's probably it.
really?
And what you want covered up. Like, if you have something that you don't want, to
Yeah.
be seen. Like, if you got a roll in the back or,
Right.
some mole or some, X-Men, name on your body that you don't want. You know, I'll cover it. I'll do
them
that.
tats that you trying to hide about. So tell me a little bit about, we got a model here rocking your stuff today. He hiding around in here. Tell us about what you dressed her in.
I put her in one of my skirts, and it's made out of men's shirts.
It is so dope. It is pink.
It is pink. It is pink, and that comes in other colors. And I will do custom. Like you can say I want a certain color, and I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I also put her in another one of my halters. All of the halters are one of a kind, and I had her put it on with some boy shorts.
Yeah.
To show her legs and some sexy heels.
Deanna got some legs, honey. Deanna got legs for days, honey. That's what's up. So at this point, not you dress some big people, but like, who would you want to dress? Like, who do you think would rock your designs the way that you want it to be done?
Anybody that breathes.
Really?
That's
what's up.
I want everybody.
Even some guys? Hey, you in Atlanta, honey. Listen, everybody.
I can't. I'm working on the guy thing. Like, I made a hoster for a guy. I'm working on the guy thing. But again, they don't shop enough. Like, we shop all the time.
Yeah. So what's your aspirations? Like, where do you want your jewelry, your clothing, where do you want it to go? What would be the pinnacle for you?
I want to be a shoe designer.
You'll be a shoe designer?
Yeah, I want to make dope, like one-of-a-kind, mismatched shoes like that you won't see anywhere else. Yeah.
That's dope. So you're just a designer in general. You're not putting yourself in a box, jewelry, clothes. You just design whatever you feel like designing.
Yeah. As long as you all buy it, yeah.
As long as you buy it. Money talks, don't it?
Yes, it does.
Hallelujah. So if somebody wants to get your pieces or any of your clothing, how can they get in touch with you?
Aakofii.com, AAKOFII.com. That's also my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my Twitter. My phone number's online. You can always call me if you want something. I am very available and open.
That's what's up. Thank you so much for coming through, Mr. Aakofii. Y'all, I guarantee you're going to see her stuff all over the city. I already have. So much continued success to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Molo in the city.
What's going on, city people? Y'all know what it is. It's Molo in the city. Your correspondent, Richie Rich. We about to promote this new mixtape. Why would I stop now? Y'all know it's the craziest stuff in the streets right now. One of the livest mixtapes that y'all ever gonna hear. I personally say it's classic. And everybody that listening say it's classic. So y'all know what classic mean. Y'all see what it is. Y'all need to open up. It's all real, it's live, man. Y'all need to listen to it and pay attention. We got hot tracks on there. We went crazy with it. The whole CD just nothing but hits. Honestly, everything that we got merchandise. We got leggings for the ladies. You know I had to do it for y'all. Y'all support heavy. We got wristbands, heavy wristbands for y'all. We went hard. We went back military style for y'all. Dog tags for y'all. We got the stickers. You put them anywhere, people gonna see it. Then we got the famous t-shirts. Why would I stop now? The new mixtape in the streets. Y'all know it's crazy. And I brought something special for the whole crowd. We got more. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. Everybody gets shirts. Y'all know what it is. Leggings and shirts. We out.
Welcome back to Molo in the City podcast, everybody. I am sitting here with Molo in the City veteran, my boo, my sister, Casme. How you doing, dear?
Hey, baby, I'm good. I'm feeling wonderful. How you doing?
Y'all better recognize this is Queen of the Bayou in the building. Singer, songwriter, philanthropist, entrepreneur, author. You've been doing so much since the last time I saw you. Every time I follow you on Instagram, you're doing bigger and better shows and everything, right?
Your God is good.
That's for real. And that's one thing. I know you always talk about that, your faith and all that. Especially because I talk to a lot of artists. You know, Atlanta is a city of artists. You know?
Everybody's an artist.
There's so many that have that testimony that people try to put them in a box. They feel like they're all kind of different things. So
Don't do it.
that's created a new lane for more people, even though it's a great representative of you. But
Absolutely.
Like, that's something I feel like a lot of artists can relate to.
Absolutely. I feel like you're a gumbo artist. Every time I see you, you're flipping the hair differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your style is different. One day you have the boho, one day you have the rock look going. You're a gumbo artist. Even like actually painters and stuff.
Yeah.
They, why do we have to pick one thing?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Like
you know what
you
I'm
do what
saying?
you feel.
Do what you feel, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you happy. That's what's gonna give you peace in your heart. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So everybody's passion, just go after it, and then it's gonna make sense later. It's making sense to me now.
Right.
At first, people used to be like, "Girl, you all over the place. You sang everything," but that's me. Like
Yeah.
I can't change. I can't
You're
change that.
comfortable in your skin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay, so now with the music, you've been doing some major moves, man. In fact, you just did a show this past week that had like, what was it, 1,000?
It was like 12,000 RSVPs, not 1,200. I was really blessed. I was like shocked.
Sick.
But I think about maybe 5,000 or 6,000 actually showed up though.
That's
you know what I'm
sick.
saying? That was a blessing.
So
We
what
tore
is
it down.
that for you when you see that sea of people? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Are you one of those artists that's more comfortable in the greater crowds than with a little bit of people? Like, do you get nervous with the small crowds, or you just kind of you don't even have a preference?
I love people.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So anytime I could talk to people, like even last night, all of those people, but I found whoever was in the front. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I found whoever was in the front and I was touching their hands.
That's
I pulled
love.
people up on the stage. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I just love people. It don't matter, short crowd, big crowd. I'm all about it.
Well, even in your philanthropy, because aside from the music, you doing your thing in the music, but you got a lot of programs that you got going on. If you guys have checked, she's been here every season. The only guest we've had has been here every season.
Hey, turn up.
Holla. But you have this Casme Cares, and you do a lot of spin-offs of that for different programs. So what do you have going on now?
Well, Casme Cares is a community outreach program. Every second Saturday, I do a feed the community, feed the homeless, hot breakfast. You know what I mean? And then when they come in, there's a table full of like personal hygiene items, deodorant, tissue paper, things like that. I feel like there's so many people that are in need, so many people that are hurting, and I do what I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ask my friends, family for donations for their time, and we get in there and we give and we pray with these people, and we remind them that they are special, even though they're in a low place at their life. That God has something for them. You know what I mean? So that's big. And then I go into the schools and we have a couple of different programs, No See campaign,
Yeah.
encouraging our youth, our middle schoolers, to be above average, to make A's and B's and to pull their F's and their D's up,
Yeah.
and constantly we reward them for that greatness.
Well, and another one that you're very passionate about that I was very interested in, you have this Wait a While program.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little about the Wait a While program that you have.
Well, I was a virgin until I was 23 years old, and I think a big part of that was because it was instilled in me at an early age that I was precious, that I was beautiful, that I was
Major.
loved, without having a young man tell me that, because those words mean a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and they spark
We're
certain
emotional
emotions.
creatures.
Come on, somebody.
I'm a woman. I know.
Yeah, so because my father was actually in my life and
Yeah.
involved, my parents, I was blessed, and so it was important for me. I saw the girls around me. I saw how they wasn't coming home at night when we was in college. I saw how they was hurting and how they was feeling abused and neglected by these dudes. And I was like, you know what? I want to help.
Yeah.
I want to help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I make my mistakes. But at the end of the day, if you could just wait a while till you know who you are, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to wait till you get married. That was my hope and my dream. But I messed that up. And then I initially pulled myself back, asked God to forgive me. And then, I decided to do this movement to just put that positive energy out there, because at the end of the day, you have to answer to you and you have to answer to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what are your convictions? And that's it. I just want to encourage my young ladies, young men too, but my program focuses on young girls, because I feel like if we up our standard, then the young men have to do the same thing. So there's a book, there's a one-woman
Yes,
show.
book you got going on.
Girl.
That kind of segues into your book.
Ooh, this the
Worth
most
the
honest.
wait.
It's the most honest I've ever been in life. I'm talking about my cheetahs. I'm talking about my addiction that I had temporarily,
Oh, wow.
because I did have one temporarily, and it was Ooh, I don't want to go into details, because then I'm gonna have to answer a lot of questions. And when the book comes out, y'all will see. But I am a woman of God who's been trying to do right. But just like anybody else, I've had my shortcomings. And at the end of the day, I was recently cheated because, I live a celibate lifestyle. And that's important to me. So
Yeah.
this book is going to be real. Ooh, it's going to be something
It's
hot.
juicy.
It's hot and juicy,
You got some
baby.
tea on that thing.
It's hot and juicy.
That's what's
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
Even among that, you have that coming out. You also been having this NOLA step popping. My girl got her own dance.
Yeah.
So dope. I saw it on the news station. What was the news station you
It was on News with a Twist. That's ABC in New Orleans.
Doing it and teaching
Yeah.
people. So you
I
go
talk-
around teaching people how to do
I
dance.
go around look at the end of the summer, I'm gonna drop it like worldwide, like with the video and all that good stuff. But last night to see I was like, I'm about to teach y'all this dance, the Nola step. Girl, people rushed to the front.
No,
It made me feel so good, and I taught it to them, and they did it, and it was just like beautiful. It was so it's called the Nola step. You know what I'm saying? I might show it to you before I leave.
Holla. Molo. And just so you guys know, we did get a little footage of her doing her NOLA steps. So we'll get to peep that out just a little bit later, too.
Awesome.
But that's what's up. Anything else coming up for you? Because I know you're just out here working. First of all, I think people need to appreciate the fact that you do all this, but you are still an independent artist. How important is it to you to be an independent artist, especially with the level of success that you've been able to do at this point with being that?
Girl, it gets discouraging. I'm not gonna even lie. It's like, because I know I'm a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm good at it. I know this is what I was born to do, because I inspire people every time I hit that stage. People always come up to me and show me love, and so it's hard to get all of that and then still have to book your own shows, get your own wardrobe together. You know what I'm saying? Do your own makeup, do your own makeup, doing your own hair.
Yeah.
Like it can be hard, dealing with those monsters, those promoters and all that stuff. Like it can be a lot. It can be a whole lot, but God will never give you more than you can handle. You know what I mean? If he gave you the gift, he's gonna see through that it happens. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be strong. You gotta be confident in who you are and what gifts you have, and keep it moving. Like you, my sister, I'm gonna take a second to highlight you, because you're giving other people an opportunity. You're like a diamond, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're a sister who's not afraid of giving other women their compliments. We gotta stop that as women. Like, encouraging each other is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it seem like you're weaker because you're complimenting somebody else and you're building them up and making them stronger. And so I appreciate you for doing that. You've never had a jealous bone in your body. You know what I'm saying? We could go somewhere. We both killing. We killing together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of you and everything you're doing. You always fly and you always have a great spirit and energy. So shouts out to Molo. You heard me? I'm glad she got her own shout.
I'm too light skinned for this. Like,
whatever. Your makeup popping out. You good?
Are you good? Bring you up in the building. Holla.
All the stylists, the designers, all y'all. Shouts out to all y'all.
So you already know this is Molo in the City family here. You've been here on 3 seasons, and it's all about positive energy. So this woman not only has a positive energy, she has a beautiful platform, and the girl can perform her butt off. And you guys are gonna see that a little later. We got a special, exclusive Molo in the City performance coming up from my boo, Casme.
God bless y'all. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
We'll be right back with more Molo in the City. Hey, city people, we got to do a quick little Molo in the City spotlight for a very beautiful, talented model doing her thing in the city, my girl, Miss Deanna Liz. How you doing, darling?
Hey, honey, you looking gorgeous.
Thank you, girl. You too. So you've been doing this modeling thing for a little while now.
Yeah, honestly, it's been over a year and a half that I've been doing some modeling, especially out here in Atlanta, and it's been amazing. It's been a blessing and a journey, and I can't complain at all.
Right. And now you call yourself, what, the naked model? Is that what it is? What is the title you gave yourself?
Honestly, my title was more of Model with Purpose, and I have a campaign called Naked, in which I help young girls who have gone through traumatic experiences as far as rape, abortion, self-infliction, domestic violence. And we use the runway to kind of help liberate ourselves who have gone through, and when we go through those things, they create mental issues as far as depression, anxiety, bipolar, split personality, and I decided to use the art of modeling and runway to help liberate us.
And I see some of your pictures. You guys got to check out my girl's Instagram, because she's not only a beautiful artist, but I even saw what you did from the Naked campaign. You had it where you were kind of just like a bantu with the panties, but you had all the words written on you that are kind of hurtful things that happen to women. So what do you think it is to be a model that has more than just being a face? You actually have a campaign. You have something that you're trying to accomplish. Like, what do you think that is to be a model and have just something more to yourself than that?
I think it's important. It's important in our industry. You want to set yourself apart. And people are so into me. And when you become all about purpose and about people and servicing, life is just so different. It's, I created such an amazing self-actualization. I've reached a peak in my life where I thought I would never be able to reach, and I've been able to do that through the art of modeling.
What's up? You've done so much. You said you only been doing it a year and a half, but you guys check out this lady. She is everywhere, seriously doing her thing all over Atlanta. So if people want to get in touch with you, find you, have you modeling their shows, how can they find you, Miss Deanna?
My Instagram is Deanna, Deanna, Liz, Liz.
That's what's up. Y'all check out my girl. We'll be right back with more Molo in the City.
Take care.
You can do what you wanna, hey. Woo! In New Orleans, where you can do what you wanna, come on, in New Orleans, where you can do what you wanna, hey. Listen, y'all,
How you doing? What's happening? Welcome to my city where the lights are flashing. Bourbon Street Canal, oh yeah, they stay packing. My accent so thick, people love it, they bragging. Mardi Gras, Essence Fest, Bayou Classic. Katrina tried to stop us, but we back in action. Big Easy rapping on his beat, so classy. Keep the city live, see I'm home and I'm happy, baby. If you're from the city, then you should know. You should know. You're one of a kind, irreplaceable. And if you've been to my city, then you should see that this is the place to be. Step right, step left, or walk it out. Now hold it there. Back it up, with your hook, or drop it low, and let it go. Let's go. Slide right, spin left, or walk it out. You fresh to death, or hold it up, or back it down, or whip your hair to the ground. Let's go. What time it is? It's butt jump time. Everybody get up. Let's start a second line. Tell me who that say they gon' beat them Saints. Hey, bruh, I'm at the Dome. Tell me what do you think? I don't even much know, but can I get a cold drink? I'm kinda thirsty. Walk the walk, caught the ferry from the West Bank. I got the itis 'cause the food is a beast. Ask me how I'm feeling, feeling good in these streets. You heard me? If you're from the city, then you should know. You should know. You're one of a kind, irreplaceable. And if you've been to my city, then you should see this is the place to be. Step right, step left, or walk it out. Now hold it there. Back it up, with your hook, or drop it low, and let it go. Let's go. Slide right, spin left, or walk it out. You fresh to death, or hold it up. All right, I need everybody to get up right now. What I need you to the ground. Step left, or walk it out.
And that's a wrap, people. Thank you so much for tuning in to Molo in the City podcast today. Of course, I have to thank everybody who played a part in the show today. Starting with our guests, thank you so much for Casme and teaching us the NOLA step. I busted a sweat. I appreciate that. Needed that exercise. Shout out to our designer, Aakofii. She was so dope. Thank you for coming through. Thank you to a lady named Pearl and all Her Majesty. She came through here. Also, thank you to our model, Deanna Liz, who we gave a little shout out to, as well as our young model, Sanjori. Thank you so much. Thank you for makeup from Bree, Mill, as well as Sonia. Designers, Christian, Danielle, as well as our set assistant, Sade, and all of my staff here at Molo in the City podcast. Thank you so much. It wouldn't be possible without you. Also, shout out to Pop Space Studio for this wonderful venue and all these great pictures that I'm so in love with. Shout out to Retire Rich, Scales 925, and you guys be sure to follow us on all of our social media. Molo in the City podcast on Instagram, Molo in the City podcast on Facebook, and Molo in the City podcast on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. We'll see you next week on Molo in the City.